It was about middle school or junior high, if that's what you like to call it, that I started becoming more socially aware of my life. I was an annoying little shit back then that only cared about playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and surfing through YouTube. I was used to being surrounded by my 5 other siblings, and once my dad got custody of my oldest sister and I, things changed, and I think so did my personality. My oldest sister is 5 years older than me, and back then there was not a lot we both related to. I remember in like 6th or 7th grade, I took all our kitchen chairs and multiple blankets and made a fort right in the middle of my room in my father's trailer. I kept that fort up for weeks. Before there was Hulu and I didn't know what Netflix was, I watched these full episodes that somebody put on YouTube of weird shows like The OC and Doogie Howser MD. Yeah, I was a weird kid for my age. But could you blame me? My dad got custody of me. I switched schools to a school in a town that was way more bougie, if you will, and kids were more preppy. I came from a more diverse small town than the mostly white school that I was now forced to accept. If you dressed in Aeropostale or Hollister and had a Nike backpack and shoes and didn't rewear the same clothes, you were considered popular, or at least not a complete loser. As humans, it's natural for us to want to feel accepted and want to blend in with a tribe. So I begged my father to spend the money on these stupid brands and consistently played basketball and ran track, all to fit in. I did well at sports and was always athletic. My athleticism and the fact that I dressed half decent was my white wool coat that I wore in order to blend in with the rest of my grade. Fast forward over a decade and I still find myself fighting to rid myself of that mentality to blend in. You see, I'm currently in the military, and here if you try to be a black sheep, you get yourself in a little bit of trouble. Your personality is all you have to have a sense of identity. We all wear the same uniform, and we all are pressured into following a hidden code that tells us how we must behave or act. Now, I can only say so much in my opinion before I could possibly get in trouble for tarnishing the image of the organization I work for and could be reprimanded. We're all in this conflicted place, or have at least been in this conflicted place before, where we can't emotionally decide if we just want to fit in and just be average, or if we're daring enough to wear that new creative outfit and hairstyle to school, to join that club of minority interest, to speak up for that beta guy that is always getting fucked with in the workplace, or create that video that requires you to go out in public and be seen by strangers. I might be talking at myself with that last one. There's something about the fact that we're all going through similar things in life, or have at some point, that warms the soul. At some point or another, we have all felt like the odd one out. I can tell you right now, it is never a good feeling to be the black sheep in any social situation. As I write this video, I can hear drunk people out in the barracks smoke pit having a good time. I personally love partying too, but I had a bad night 2 nights ago, and a couple situations happened after I blacked out that night. Let it be known that it was nothing illegal. I did have fun that night, but afterwards I realized partying and getting drunk is not what it is cracked up to be. So now here I am writing and creating by myself in my barracks room, trying to come up with valuable and relatable words for y'all. It would be pretty annoying. For my best advice to anyone that sees being different as a bad thing is, you have to love yourself, and being different is okay. But no, for real, being different is okay. Once you get to know yourself and learn that your flaws, insecurities, and quirks are what make you you, you start to feel special in a way. Loneliness and feeling different will have you in your room working on yourself and your craft like me right now. It causes you to distance yourself from people. This can be depressing sometimes, but through all of that, you start to find yourself. The more you find yourself, the more you learn about yourself, you start to see what you do and don't like. If you shift your self-talk to seeing the word different as a bad thing to seeing it as a good thing, you start to become more comfortable with yourself. On the other side of this, you will find success. Try to keep open mind when I come up with these examples, but you think someone like Carti B became as successful as she did by fitting in? As annoying as people say she is, that woman has remained unapologetically true to herself. Her loud, bold, and honest personality and style has shown the world that we all appreciate realness. Look at Lady Gaga and the crazy styles she wore back in the day. Back when I was in middle school, she was the most spoken about artist that was becoming more and more famous. Not only was her music very popular, because it just smacks, let's be real, but come on, the meat outfit, even if that shit was for attention and show, she still had the courage to be true to herself and just do it. Even though both those examples of amazing women could very well be card-carrying Illuminati members and devil worshippers, Hopefully they're not. I think there are good examples of how it pays to be yourself and be proud of it. Plus, it feels nice to actually be comfortable with yourself, even if you are misunderstood and lonely.